Greetings from a place that's not exactly high on the list of many visitors, um, especially those international ones. Although there is a girl from Florida over to my left, and I guess the bloke next to her is from Florida as well. I heard the guy ask her where she was from. She said Florida. Actually, for those of you from the United States, why is it that 99% of Americans, when asked where they're from, they'll say the name of the state or the name of a city on the assumption that people just know it's from the USA, which is not necessarily true. I mean, there's one USA person here when asked where she was from, and she said California, which is kind of true, but California is also in Mexico, Baja California. So, I mean, do you look Mexican? You like Mexican food? Anyway, but so if any one of you know the answer to that, why most Americans say the name of their state, city, instead of their country, fine. Anyway, here are we. Here are we, Bennett. Here we are. I just said, here are we. Anyway, where are we? We're only 10 miles from central London, east. Um, and this is an attraction, not, of course, known to probably many people, right? I suppose. Somebody here is gingerly walking around that she's going to collapse to the floor. But look at this. Somebody here, I should say an American also. Would you describe your emotion now as one of being scared?
Yes.
Honey,
My legs are trembling, subscribers,
look
because
at
I can
this.
see the gaps in the floor.
Honey, I mean, honestly, the chances of this collapsing are extremely remote. Anyway, let's get onto serious stuff now. Okay, one of these beam things, one over there, third one there, and that one over there, which is actually working. That one's being restored and is working. Where are we? Crossness, Crossness, the Crossness Engines Trust. This is all to do with the sewerage problem of London back in the middle of the 19th century, and a fellow called Joseph Bazalgette, and what he did in order to get rid of that particular problem. The building, the embankments, now that would be, you'd have the Victoria, Chelsea, and Albert embankments. Apparently, they were all called the London embankment once upon a time when it all first started off, which now they're divided up into those three. Anyway, so this whole Crossness thing is all about that, and that sewerage problem and what was going on, and it's quite amazing, really. I mean, what was built back then, and the engineering and the technology, and I guess back then it was all state of the art for sure. But yeah, so if you're into that sort of thing, it's called Crossness. You have to. Some of it needs booking if you want to go. I think to the Beam Engine House where we are now. Honey was expecting to see steam, but none of that. Anyway, so yeah, if you're into that kind of engineering, or you're maybe an engineer and you kind of wonder about the stuff that went on a while ago, then this might be a nice place to visit. Actually, a bit awkward by public transport. We got the car with us, but without a car, I think Abbey Wood train station is about a mile and a half away. So then I suppose it's either a walk, or I don't think that the bus goes all the way here. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, Crossness. Now how about this? Now I've seen this. I've seen pictures of it. I've always wondered where it was and why can't I go there? Anyway, so here I am, finally here. Look at this stuff.
see a dirty one.
Oh, you can see it. What, a person?
Dirty.
Oh
They
yeah.
restored it. See?
Oh right, yeah. The one on the left, on the right, has been restored. That one hasn't. Look at
Look at
this.
all the detail. Even the, what are these called? Pillars? They have like little pears hanging off the leaves. So much detail. Good job, Basil Jet.
Good job, Basil Jet. Now, honey,
Our neighbor.
this is a W. What is that? Is that? Oh, what's going on there?
Steamy? I see steam. I think I see steam.
A tiny little bit of steam.
I see steam.
Well, there's 4 steam engines in here. You see the one over there moving. They've all got names actually. This one here on the right is called Alexandra and is another 10 or so years before it's restored. All right, something's going on here. Where are we? It's called Crossness. Crossness. All to do with London's sewage problems of the mid-19th century. And we're at a place now, we're about 10 miles east of Westminster. Back then they thought that was far enough to build this sort of facility, which of course back then must have been seriously state of the art. This is all part of a treatment plan. It's called Crossness. A bit awkward to get to if you're using public transport. But yeah, if you like this sort of engineering type thing, you know, as of mid-19th century, this would be probably an interesting place to go to actually. This bit straight ahead of us has been kind of restored. All these fellas, they're all volunteers actually. So if you come back in 10 years, that one might be restored. Yeah, look at that, you see, this thing's going up and down. Look at it. Well, and there's one of the horizontal beams. I know what they're actually called. I'm sure there's some technical word for them. Yeah, but there's 4 up there, and down here there are 4 of those, you know, round things. Oh, this one's called the Prince Consort. So the name, I think this one's Prince Consort. The one over there might be Victoria or Alexandra. You know, all like, you know, royalty names. Anyway, look at this though. I really like this. Say this sort of design, these colors. I think this says Metro MWB. It doesn't look like MWB, does it? If it, I don't know. Is it? Anyway, MWB, Metropolitan Water Board. And if you've got a camera with nice wide angle lens, you could get all of this in actually. Very impressive. Anyway, now I should also say that there are stairs that go up to the next floor. Honey, wherever she is, her legs were trembling. I mean, not so much on the stairs up and down, but actually up top walking around. I mean, it's hard to imagine that any of those girls could actually collapse. But I mean, they've been there for a long time. But nevertheless, Honey was, her legs were trembling. Where is she now? Oh, there she is. Anyway, and yeah, check this bit out here. Back in the day, this was all state of the art.
What's this bit?
This is all high tech, state of the art. super advanced, super duper whooper technology back then. But nevertheless, yeah, if you've got any sort of interest in this technical civil engineering type stuff, I think this would be quite interesting. Okay, and are your legs still trembling? No?
Okay, no.
Jolly good.
I'm back on ground.
Such a coward. After leaving the car, you then come along here, and here's a little train station, and there's train just leaving, and it is only from this point about a 10-minute walk, to be fair. So you could get here, and then there's a 5-minute wait for the train, so you think, oh, I might as well walk it, right? However, there's a little train. Should you so desire, free, should be said, right?
Yes.
Free.
Free.
Anyway, so coming from one who thinks that everybody in the world knows where California is, and therefore you don't say USA when you're asked. When people ask you where you're from, what did you think of today?
I thought it was an
So far.
excellent day out. I learned a lot, and it gave me a lot of perspective on the ingenuity of people in the Victorian age. It's incredible what they got accomplished.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And
It's the Victorian age, right?
yes, she came on the throne 1837 until 1901.
Yeah, 1800s.
So
I remember the Great Stink, and also interesting how because Parliament is close to the Thames, they passed the bill so quickly because they couldn't deal with the smell.
right,
Really.
18 days apparently. They'd been talking
18
about the whole
days.
thing for years, and then they had the Great Stink in 1858, and they got the whole government bill passed in 18 days. I mean,
So if you want something done,
being
throw it at the steps of Parliament.
Yeah, it makes you think. It hasn't changed today, has it? It's still the same nonsense today. Anyway, so yeah, this is the walk that one would take, and the car park is just down there. Yes. Okay. And if you do take a bus, there must be a bus stop up there somewhere. I mean, either way, but the train station, Abbey Wood train station, is what, a mile and a half? So that's not far a walk either, to be fair. Although as you can see, somebody here bought some plants. So had we not had the car, maybe she wouldn't have bought them.
Beneath your feet.
Did you know that? You are standing on the Ridgeway, a man-made feature which contains the main sewer. All of the sewage in London, south of the river, passes beneath your feet. Oh my God.
All of you in better seats, your turds are below us.
Charming. So the next time you're south of the river and you kind of, relieve yourself, so to speak, then you might want to know that what has just exited your body makes its way along here, the Ridgeway. Oh, dearie me. Oh, yeah.
Well done, London.
It is amazing, all this stuff, isn't it? There's lots of firsts that came from this country, actually, for whatever reason. Industrial Revolution, metro system, whatever, in the police, I mean, lots of things, right? For whatever reason, don't know. Anyway, it says, welcome to Crossness Sewage Treatment Works. There is the car park. Look at that fancy car that somebody's got. Holy moly. That's worth more than all the other cars put together.
Yes, probably.
Oh dear. Oh my word. Oh, honey.
Oh, look, it's your mate.
Oh, there's Prince Charles. Oh, sorry, King Charles here in 2003. London Borough of Bexley, in case you want to know. Oh, talking of which, where we go now?
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
What does that mean, subscribers? What does that mean?
It's not church. It's not church.
Could be church.
Yeah, it could be church, but it's not Sunday. I have to say, have we ever actually done this traditional thing on a Sunday?
Yeah, we don't say that.
With Jonathan last week. Okay, but just the two of us. Well, in London, we've done it in Bristol. Okay.
Maybe first.
Sunday roast. Sunday roast. Anyway. Oh, let's see. Somebody's taking an Uber here. Anyway. Oh, look at this fancy car. Holy, I can't believe it. Not this white one, the one behind it, in front of it. Oh my God. Look at this. Look what happens. Oh my word. I approached and the door opened. That's because I got the key in my hand. Yeah, this car does all sorts of fancy things. Anyway, and it is a company car, people. It's not mine. Anyway, all right, off we go. Bye.
Yeah.